Whoosh! Top of the morning, ladies. My name is Chaz, and welcome to. Hold on, just 1 second. Welcome to the What If Deku Went to Mars. Went to Mars. So, and before we jump right into it, my original plan was to make a storyline of One Piece new characters thing, like the alternate version. It would be similar to the timeline thing. Like nothing changes, but there's a new crewmate or new crew came in. So without further ado, let's jump right into this. What if? So I'm doing a little bit of a time skip because I am adding Zumi into this what if. And yes, let me do this real quick. So Zuko and Zumi been born, and so Zuko is a smart fella. So he goes to, they both go to Quark Doctor, and the Quark Doctor tells Zumi and Zuko, the Quark Doctor tells Zuko that he's quirkless and told Zumi that she has a quirk and she can join UA if she wants and do all that stuff. And so, then after the Quark Doctor, his parents abandoned him. He was the only one. So he built his own suit of armor, like Iron Man. But Zuko, I forgot to mention this. Zuko also has the power of infinity and zero, and but he will basically reveal his powers later. So his parent, or no, not his parents. So during after Zumi goes to UA, she's in class 1A. As a nuclear bomb was launching right at 2, and it was villains, not her brother, because one, he does like he does like his sister, cares about her. He won't like bomb them. So then their bomb just went to UA, or is about to go hit UA, as Zuko grabs from underneath, as he lifts it up into outer space. Iron Man lifts the rocket thing, and gift card. So I'm trying to find that picture of him. Zuko basically lifts the entire thing up. Make sure that all of it. Okay. So Zuko lifts it up, and of course, to basically he did lift it up to Zuku's height. And so when, I'm trying to find but you know what I'm saying, so, yeah. So when, not Mjolnir, but the, is it space? Can't even spell it. So, not Spanish, but yeah. So when Iron Man when Zuko lifted up into outer space, as he says, all right, now, as he lifts it up, as a big explosion after he went to, or after he tried to let go, but the explosion went right to and took him all the way to the Mars. Yeah, that's pretty far away. And yeah, landed and like he didn't even, or no, actually crash land. Crash landed. As yeah, that's what Zuko looked like. Or so actually, his armor was just a temporary one, like prototype, and it got destroyed. So, but it sure saved Zuko's life from it. As he lifts himself up, the only thing that was broken was his leg. And so, in order to survive, as he grabs say a Mars's rock thing that looks like a stick, and walks, as he knows that it's so in order to push through the pain, so he walked, and he also did train his body, and so when his body, because let's say Zuko's evolved, like super evolved form of it, and so that means that he can age faster than anything. So when he came back, when he discovered his powers of infinity and zero, as his leg went back to normal, let's say there's a time skip. So Zuko has a beard and mustache and hair still looks the same, green eyes. So a time skip to All Might versus All for One. We go back to Earth. So, yeah. All Might was down, but not out. As All for One says, you'll just die. Or any last words there? As All for One and says to All Might, as All Might says this to All for One. answer this question for me. Were you the one that tried to destroy the entire UA? Yes. Because it was reckless, but at least got one person. I believe his name is Zuko Midoriya. As he turns and points to Zumi, her brother is dead. So, is that all you wanted to ask me? Sure. As a big power boost comes from, as a voice comes out of nowhere. Here it comes. Volume warning for all of you new guys. All for one! As All for One turns around, as a giant fist comes out of nowhere and punched All for One right in the face. And he's Detroit Smash! Boom! As All for One's entire body, like his entire head was basically was blown off. as a tall, lean, green, with a beard, was mad. Like, his anger couldn't be controlled. So he walks up to the building. As he grabs the building, lifts it up, and slams it right onto All for One, beating the snot out of him. Continuously. Yeah, as All for One was now just a pile of blood. Yeah, All for One, or Zuko actually did kill All for One. As he looks like the same size as an Endeavor. Here. As he says, serves some right for trying to blow me with a nuke. As the All for One can. So no one knew that Zuko was still alive. As he turned around, looks at All Might, and because he had no shirt on before, Zuko had no shirt on, but when they saw his muscular side, like not crash landed. The old man Zuko's body, he looked like the one from, imagine him without his shirt on. That's crazy, isn't it? His shirt is actually wrapped around his pants so that So when Zuko says, it's an honor meeting you, All Might. And let me properly introduce myself. I'm Zuko Midoriya. As everyone was shocked. Like, what? As Zumi saw her own brother. She was only 15, and her brother looks like he's in his 30s. As, yeah, as the only thing that was left of All for One before was his helmet, smooshed helmet. So Zuko picks it up and he says, "Here's a trophy, here." As, yeah, and Zuko tells them, "Don't worry, I'll fix it." As he puts his hand on the ground, as the buildings start reforming back to where they were before. Now, because of Zuko is pretty tough, cookie, put the cookie in the milk. Sorry. So, yeah. So, yeah. Basically, Zuko was, as everybody can't believe, as he did go to shower and, like, he showered and, like, did all that stuff. So, without further ado, yeah, when Ochako saw him, or actually, Momo actually, when she saw what Zuko looked like, she basically, she knew that it was her boyfriend. And, like, basically, I know that it's on the ship, but that's yeah. But with so many people that do, like, yeah. So when Momo and Zuko was dating and before, and when she saw her boyfriend, it's like the similar to what Boa and Luffy thing. Kind. So Momo is like inherits like the Boas is from One Piece, but in My Hero Academia. So when Zuko, who's tall guy, as he's dating so many times. No. That is just too weird. Stupid. Yeah. There you go. So I was trying to scroll past and so, yeah. So then yeah. So All Might was like, man, this man is pretty strong. As he lifts himself up. As he's like, huh. As he did grab the, like, Mars rocks and put it in his own Ziploc bag that he had since he was just 3 years old. 4 years old. Because his own, or so he was trying to help his mother with, like, getting, like, a huge bag thing. So he ziplocked it and he goes and boom, yeah. So then, yeah, after he returns, everybody was surprised and they were like, and he took a shave, and he shaved all his entire beard off, and he puts on fresh clothes, or because, yeah. And plus, Nezu was just like, you must be Izuku Midoriya. Yeah, I am. As he knows who Nezu is. It's an honor meeting someone that survived the nuclear explosion. Well, yeah, it was pretty daring of me to just put myself in that situation. But hey, at least UA is still alive. As he looks at UA, yeah. So how's my little sister doing? Is she doing like good grades on hers? Yeah. Azumi's is literally was outside of a door, but she could hear her brother talking about her. As she turned around, or she just like turns and with embarrassment. As Nezu says, she's right outside the door. Yeah. But I really want to know, the reason why I'm here is because I know that you, Zuko, are the only one that is way more powerful than any normal quirks. Because Zuko actually was the only one that actually has a power, not a quirk, actual power. Because there used to be a common, like, the tier list of quirkless and quirked quirks, and then, but when Zuko came out of nowhere, it's the power, quirk, and then quirkless. It's like Zuko gave birth to a new tier list. Or new whom. Like, yeah. And Zuko is the only one that is in the that gave birth to that. So, yeah. Yeah. They're like, man, so then because, yeah, he could be scary at sometimes, but most of the time he's just more relaxed and not like kicking down doors and, yeah. So he's kind of like the opposite of Bakugo. But instead of all of the rage, he's more calm. So, yeah. So then, yeah. So, a time skip to basically All Might versus All for... Or so, no. I keep saying that same thing over and over again. So, a time skip to Overhaul thing. Or actually, I'm skipping Overhaul and going right to the future. In the future, Momo and Zuko got married and had 4 kids. And they are in a new tier list between the powers and quirks, called both. Yeah. So everyone was like, man. As Bakugo, whom you haven't told us the story about, like, what happened. Oh, yeah. And Zuko sat down and told them the whole truth of what happened to him. And, or actually, the news company wanted to know what happened to Zuko before. So then, yeah. Zuko went through, or after the explosion, he woke up on Mars. the Yeah, and through hard training that I went through of learning how to, but I unlocked my powers. As you see in all that stuff, and so then I basically, through most of my life, as he says, being alone on the Mars planet, and then it scared me half to death after or before. But I grew honed to it, or used to it. So then he tells them that it's, so it's how I always felt when before. When rest of you didn't talk to me about it. So when everybody's like, man, yeah. So the villains that also heard it was like, okay, yeah. So when Zuko came or woke up and just they all hanged out with him, and the Class 1A, Class 1B support course, and the teachers and the students, or no, teachers and other pro heroes, citizens, that everybody heard his, like, story about, like, how he was during that day, or during that. So all of them cared about him. As Momo can't even believe Zuko, whom had to be doing that alone for so many years. For me, for us, for you guys as viewers of this, what if, is you might not like, or some people will survive being alone, but others don't survive, or going crazy after a couple days of no human contact. Try Subnautica thing. Yeah. It's like Subnautica, but yeah. So, if you guys want me to do what I'm going to work on is a new storyline. And it's evolves around One Piece thing. And don't worry, I won't use any official, like, characters like Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, Robin, and, like, rest of them. But I'm creating a new crew for them. The crew for the One Piece universe. So, yeah. if you guys want me to do another what if, please let me know in the comments below, and have a good night or day, depending on the time zones. Peace.